When you walk up to the vehicle with the key, the vehicle senses the key and turns on the interior lights as well as these lights here on the handles. No other exterior lights are on now. Now if I unlock the door using the key, the front and rear lights are on now, but the same thing. There's no exterior lights here on the sides, no approach lights or anything like that. You can, when the vehicle's running, turn off all the exterior lights using the headlight off switch. Some vehicles don't let you do that, but this one does. Now I have the parking lights on, and the parking lights consist of these white lights, the daytime running lights basically, LED. Nice and sharp and impressive looking. Let's see what they look like here. Here in the front, also there's an amber side marker here as well that illuminates. There's a red side marker here in the back, and the tail lights kind of wrap around the side of the vehicle so you can see those as well. And the camera makes them look a little bit orange, but they are red, a deep red color. The tag light also shines on the ground. That kind of serves as an approach light, which is nice. The turn signal indicator is amber in color here on the front, and it's a nice bright LED, and it's right above that white light. So you can see it kind of flashing right above it, and it drowns it out quite a bit. I mean, it's pretty bright. So it's an amber turn signal. There's also a turn signal indicator, kind of dim here on the side mirror. It is amber in color. It's visible from the front, the side, and the back. It's a little bit brighter from this angle, but not hugely brighter. And the tail light is an amber in color LED, and it's right above the tail light. So it's just like the front there. We're going to look at the headlights going down the road, but there's the low beams, there's the headlights, the fog lights off, fog lights on, so you can see the difference there. So the headlights on the low beams are a quad projector system. So there's actually 4 LED lights here. Let me see if I can make it a little bit dimmer there. There we go. So it's got 4 LED lights. They kind of combine together. And then the fog light is a projector LED as well. So we step back here. The cutoff is quite low, so I'm moving the camera down right there about 2 feet off the ground. There's where the cutoff is for the low beams. So when we go to high beams, so there's low beams, there's high beams. Wait till you see it going down the dark road. Very impressive. But it's kind of hard to tell a difference because there's still 4 projectors here, but there's actually additional light shining out of each one. It kind of makes it look like there's 8 on each side now. Cargo lights are pretty decent. It actually has 2 LED lights that are quite bright, one on each side. And they're kind of high up a little bit, so that way you can see in here pretty good. There's very little shadows, but there is one over here. So that compartment there is pretty much dark. Now it depends on how much stuff you have in there. It could cast shadows too as well. But overall I think it's pretty decent here as far as cargo lighting. The only light on the inside of the back door is for the power window, just so you can find it there. There's no pocket light illumination. There's no puddle lights or anything like that. The back seat is only illuminated by this single light here in the center, but man, does it do a decent job. It does a good job of illuminating this whole area here, even the floorboard a little bit. Then there's 2 USB charge ports that are backlit illuminated. The inside of the front door, once again, no puddle lights or anything. But it has no pocket illumination. Backlit buttons though here on the controls, all of them are backlit. There is a little light here in the handle though, pretty nice. And then there's an accent light that kind of extends over here. Can't change the color or anything, but it is there. And the lights here on the front are there in the center. And check it out, pretty good interior lights. Have the interior lights on, sitting in the driver's seat, have the door open. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door and let the interior lights fade out. Now we have the backlit buttons. So we saw the ones here on the door. There's one there to the left of the steering column. And check it out, the floorboard is illuminated as well. Not super bright, but it does help out a lot. Just a little bit of light down there on the floor kind of helps out. Just kind of looks good. Makes you feel good. And there is the steering wheel, backlit illuminated buttons. There's the digital screen for the dash. And there you go, you can see a little bit better. It's kind of blown out a little bit. Alright. Trying to make the videos a little bit brighter because I know a lot of people use their cell phone when they watch these videos. And the cell phone has auto brightness, so it basically dims the video quite a bit, especially if it's on battery saving mode. So at the expense of sharpness, I'm going with brightness for a while and see if that makes a big difference. Alright, so there's the screen. Let's go ahead and put it in reverse so you can see what the camera looks like. Looks pretty good. Below that is the climate control. Once again, we're kind of blown out. Not very sharp. Okay, and then the compartment here for the wireless charge pad, which I'm glad they put a light there. A lot of vehicles just kind of miss out on stuff like that. There's next to the shifter. Now you notice there's some light right here on my hand. If you follow that up, it actually goes up here. You can see there's these lights right here and here, and it kind of gives you a little bit of moonlight right here in the center of the vehicle, which helps out a lot, especially here in the cup holders, which are not illuminated. And then a little bit around the seats, just in general, like if you're holding something in your hand or something, it kind of helps out. Now, once again, the camera's brighter than real life, so it is kind of amplifying that. This compartment here gets a little bit of that light, but it's not illuminated. This compartment is completely dark. Turn on the interior lights. Even with the interior lights on, you can't really see in there. So having a light in there would help. Glove compartment does have a light. Shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Sometimes expensive vehicles don't even have a light in the glove compartment. Alright, okay, so up here, it does have the auto dim rear view mirror. And we saw these lights right here, just kind of shining down. But you also have these reading lights here and here for the driver, passenger. Also for all the interior lights, you can turn them all on, all off, or have them turn on with the door if you put it in that center position right there. This is for the sunroof control, and it's backlit. The visors have a mirror with a little light there. Turns on when you open it up. Here's a dark country road, and the automatic high beams turn on over 25 miles per hour. So if you're going slow like this, we have the low beams. And you can see the low beams are actually pretty good. You can see quite a ways down the road and here on the sides as well. Fog lights, we'll go ahead and turn those on and off. You can see those are closer to the vehicle. But the low beams are really nice. So let's go ahead and turn on the high beams. And look at there, it's like daylight. Probably the best headlights for a car that I've seen.